Hello, all you lovely Taurus people out there today. This is going to be your reading for the month of April, kind of an overview of the entire month, 2021. And I hope it's going to be a great reading. We're a little ahead of your season, Taurus, but that's okay because it's still spring and you're in there. So I think this is going to be a great spring for you, great summer ahead also. And I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen yet, but let's see what the old cards say, and hopefully it'll be magical. I have shuffled a ton before I started filming, so these cards should be extremely well shuffled. I like to shuffle until they feel like they're really shuffled enough, and then I like to give them a little bit more at the end just to ensure that it's all new and fresh. Some serious Taurus energy here already. Okay. Okay, there's some good stuff in here. You're up in your head a little bit, though, I'm thinking. A little bit up in your head, Taurus, which is not completely unlike you. Okay. Let's just dive right in, shall we? Okay, so we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card that is great for Taurus because it's such a card of security and financial stability and happiness. I mean, it's a good card all around. Good health, just personal stability and solitude. Like, really a good card. Being in a good mental place, let's say, for that card, if you want to use the current vernacular. I like this beginning. This is the start of a good reading. This fellow here, I always feel a little sorry for him. Some people call him the wounded warrior. This card is about, you're working hard, you're trying to put things into action, you're doing your thing, you're trying to create things, but, some bad things have happened. You're a bit wary, I can't talk, wary, a bit defensive. You've got some stuff going on here, the defensiveness. Do you have to let down your defensiveness to get to where you need to go? That I don't know. That only you can know. But maybe that's something to look at. Maybe your defensiveness is preventing you from doing something that you need to do. And maybe you're not all that defensive. Maybe you're just a little bit, having to struggle through things, maybe stresses, maybe thoughts, maybe feeling a little damaged in areas, but that's okay because you can do it. You can do it. You've got what you need to do. You're already started on the path of whatever you want to do. I think you're going to be fine. You're going to get here. If you're not already here, you're going to get here. And if you are here, you are working hard toward having all the things you want, which are definitely achievable. I believe so. I mean, Taurus are very forthwith people who are strong in their desires and able to see things through to the end, which is mandatory for creating anything in life. The Hierophant, that's your card, Taurus. It's all about society and doing the right thing, or the traditional thing anyway. Following traditions, doing things that will uplift you, that will support the mode you're in. Most Taurus I read for like this card. They like to, I don't want to say always follow society, but they like traditional things usually. Even if they're a bit unconventional, they usually seem to adhere to certain traditions and certain things that maybe other people might throw off a little bit. Like, I can't think of a Taurus that I know offhand who isn't married, which is a very interesting statement because I don't think I can say that about any other sign. So if you are a Taurus who is not married and in a relationship, living with somebody or something of that nature, let me know. and let me know how you feel about marriage, because I'm curious about that. Um, I want your opinions about the things I say, because, you know, when they're not, well, I mean, it is accurate in my world, but obviously, if you guys let me know what you think about these things, it will definitely expand my opinion on some of these matters. Anyway, I find that most Tauruses that I have known are quite traditional, and nothing is 100%, but it just is something that I have found with the people that I know. Ace of Swords is such a great card, because it means the inception of an idea or something relating to learning or the intellect, or something where you're going to gain knowledge about something. It could be starting a course. It could be deciding to read more. It could be you're going to write a book. You're going to do research and, find out something about what you want to know. Maybe do a paper, do something, embark on something that involves knowledge, and this is just such a great card, because I always find that the aces are like this spark, and when people get the card, I think that their energy creates the getting of the card, and then when they see the card, it spurs them on to actually do the thing. Sometimes they might have done it anyway, but in fact they probably would have, but they get to see, oh look, and think about it, which is what I love about the cards. Anyway, so we've got the Two of Swords. Now, whenever I get this card, I find I feel really torn between two specific decisions, or two very defined paths. Boy, I can't talk today, can I? Two very definitive and different paths to go on something, or physically. I mean, it might be you want to go here and you want to go there. You want to be in two different places. You have two different things to decide that are in complete duality to the other. And you feel like it's a really difficult decision, but, swords aren't really a physical thing. I mean, real swords are, but in the cards, they're just thoughts and things of that nature, the intellect. So whip off that blindfold, baby, and, make a decision. Taurians are decisive people anyway. So you can do this. You absolutely can do this. I'm so sorry to cough, but I have to, because I have allergies, and it's one of those days. So, this card is one of those ones. I get this a lot for Taurus people, and I'll tell you why. Because you guys work hard. You want to reap the benefits of what you do. I mean, we all do, but you guys are good planners and really good at, making these kinds of things happen. Where you work, you want to see the benefit and the reward. And this card always makes me think somebody's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They are doing the work. They're putting in the time. And regardless, they don't feel that they're getting the proper, yield of the crop, or money for the thing they're doing, or result they want to see in whatever undertaking we're talking about here. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that because you feel that way, it isn't true that you're not getting what you need to get. Sometimes it just means you're not seeing it yet. It depends on what we're talking about here. But a lot of times things, go slowly, and then all of a sudden they take off, and you're going to get the thing, but you don't always see it right away, and there's that frustration, and then things pick up. I'm not sure what it is in your particular situation, but think about this. Don't give up. Maybe pick up the pace a little, or do whatever you have to do to make things go better, stronger, faster if you're feeling kind of stuck. Or, just reinvigorate yourself somehow, because you're going to get what you want. You're going to be here. You're going to get what you want. Make your decisions, and, things are going to go right. They really, really are. Some people say I put too positive a spin on my readings, but if I see something that I really feel is bad, I will tell you, I promise. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. It really is. The Two of Cups. It's about a relationship between two people, It could be a business partnership or something like that, but if it is, it's a really beautiful, same wavelength situation where two people have a serious understanding of each other, and it's a really good partnership. But it can also mean a love relationship, and when it is, it's really something, soulmate capacity type of thing. When I say soulmate, I don't mean that there's only one person in the world for you, because that's ridiculous. But I do mean a real soul connection, somebody that you really are in touch and in tune with. And a card like this, when you have this card, you've got either something great going on now or it's coming your way. This card is a card that just, rocks everybody's world, the Three of Swords. It is a sad card, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything horrible is going to happen. It just means that you have some sorrow, or you have had some deep sorrow, and it's mental sorrow, and you have to find a way to yank those swords out and heal. Everybody's going to have this at some time or another. You're going to have pain in life. I mean, that's part of being a person. In fact, one of the things I do, and this sounds really, really dumb, and if somebody told me this when I was a teenager, I probably would have said, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But I honestly, if I have pain, whether it be physical, whether it be, in my mind, my heart, whatever, sometimes I'll just tell myself, this is good, you're alive. Someday you won't be alive and you won't feel this. So enjoy being human and having these feelings, because they won't last forever. Or maybe some of them will, but some of them won't, probably, the physical at least. You can get past whatever this thing is. You can handle it. Taurus are very resilient people. They can overcome pretty much anything. That's why people will tend to come to you for advice if they don't yet, if you're too young for that to be a thing. Although, nobody's really too young for that. If they don't do it yet, they will in time, probably. Your stability and your strength will really inspire people. So when it's you who's the one who's hurting, try to get a grip. It's not always easy, as you well know. But remember, this is only in your mind, and things only have the importance that we give them. And you can choose to feel better and not let this affect you as much or at all. This is overall a very beautiful reading, and you don't have too much to worry about. Things are going to go right. I believe that. We can make them go right, is what I'm trying to say. We have the power. We really do. As humans, we have incredible, staggering power. The Page of Cups. I love this card. It's so whimsical and fun. It's a young person who is learning and humorous and fun and youthful and maybe a little kooky and offbeat, and somebody who is beginning a process of learning and growing, and possibly somebody in the arts, drama, or, literature, or painting, or any form of art, whatever it may be. That's just a possibility if it's a person. But you may have some of those qualities in you. I think sometimes the pages can sometimes be messengers, and sometimes I think this card is a reminder to just take it easy a little and have some fun. You guys can be pretty serious at times and be a little bit stoic in your behavior of, I have to do this next, I have to do that next, if I want this thing, I have to do this. And all of that is true, but maybe just lighten up a little and enjoy your life, because you deserve it. You work hard, you do all this other stuff, you're there for other people, you're very loving and giving, and it's time to just lighten up, have some fun, be a little whimsical yourself. The King of Swords. Now, he's a good, judicious, wonderful king who runs a good kingdom and is very intellectual, both in the way of understanding people and things, and also in the way of book learning. Not necessarily book learning like you have to go to school for that, but somebody who's well versed in certain areas of life that are important. to general understanding of the world. This is somebody that possibly you can go to for advice, or possibly it is you, or it might be qualities of you. I mean, Taurians certainly have the qualities of the King of Swords in many, many ways. The intellectual capacity, the ability to help others. Um, it's a great card. It's a great card. Both of these cards are very good in different ways. And, I could see how they would speak to your particular sign and potentially situation. Um, this is a great card. This is a card of home, family, security. Another perfect card for Taurus because it shows all of the things you kind of care about in one card. Being secure, being stable, being financially stable, having your loved ones around you, loyalty, all the things that matter. This is the Ten of Pentacles, and the tens are about completion. And you have both the Nine and Ten of Pentacles, and both of these cards go together very, very well when it comes to creating security and a solid home life. And one of the very, very best cards you can possibly get, the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is love and completion of a happy home life, love, family, children, extended family. Um, you know, Look at these people. Their arms are in the air. They're in the sun. They're happy as heck. Everything's perfect. This is a great card. So, with the exception of whatever's going on in your mind here that isn't terrific, um, get rid of that because all the rest is just, it's yours. You've got it. It's going to happen. Make that decision. Don't be spending so much time thinking of anything negative, and know that you've got an awful lot of good stuff in place here. I think this is a really exciting reading, and I hope you do too. So, Taurus, plow through the month of April in a great, happy, positive, and decisive way. And you have a good one, and we'll talk soon.